Good morning, everyone. Treasure Troller here from the partially mask-wearing militant state of Michigan, where we had more FBI agents and paid informants than we did conspirators in the plot to kidnap our governor and dictator, Gretchen Whitmer. So today's first vlog is about Brian Flores. Now, if you don't quite remember who he is or was the Miami Dolphins head coach who was cut loose. I think he was, his record was maybe one game above 500. And after he was cut loose, he decided there was racial discrimination involved. So he was, him and two other coaches wanted to take the NFL to court. And recently it was in New York. I mean, that doesn't surprise me. The NFL headquarters is in New York. But the NFL is making an argument that they should use arbitration to settle this. Brian Flores has an interesting argument and says, well, hey, they cut me loose. And after they cut me loose, this is when I filed. Which is kind of interesting. I don't know if it's going to stand up to scrutiny. I would imagine there is, once you sign a contract, that you pretty much agree to take all your grievances to arbitration. But it also strikes me as odd that this racist corporation, if you will, as soon as he was cut loose from the Miami Dolphins, he accepted a job with the Pittsburgh Steelers. So he still stayed in the company. Now, he doesn't really want arbitration because, well, the arbiter is Roger Goodell. Which, kind of makes sense. Or someone who's appointed by Roger Goodell. And, just recently, there was an allegation by former Cleveland Browns head coach Hugh Jackson that they were basically getting incentives to tank games. And of course, the NFL investigation that was run by the NFL found there was really nothing to that. So they sort of dismissed any liability on their end. So knowing the rigged system, I can understand why Brian Flores would want to take this to court. And of course, they use arbitration to keep all the dirty little secrets behind closed doors, except when you're John Gruden. Because even after he had was not even part of the coaching in the NFL, but once he took the Raiders job, when the NFL investigators got into the emails of the Washington Redskins, now was it Commanders or Commies? I guess it's commies for short. That didn't stop them from leaking that information out to the press. So it's a little bit interesting of a case because we're going to have to see what that entails as far as the arbitration thing when your contract ends. Because everything he talked about happened during his contract. and what is there, this sworn to secrecy thing that, hey, I won't say you guys are discriminatory as long as I keep my job, but as soon as, if you guys cut me loose, well, then I start talking. And then if it's so bad, you turn around and take a job with another NFL team. So maybe because the Steelers head coach is an African American, well, that makes things all right. But when you were an African American coach with the Dolphins, well, that didn't work out. So it's going to be an interesting. The NFL has until the middle of June to file their paperwork, and then I believe Brian Flores' attorneys have 2 to 3 weeks to respond. So I just kind of find it strange that if things were that bad, you would just want to get the hell out and not have anything to do with them again. You know, take a coaching job at a community college or go back to college or the Arena League or the Canadian League or anything but the NFL, because they were discriminatory. But now he's right back in the fold. Should be interesting. So this is Treasure Troller saying aloha and good day.